Hello, and welcome to Again, takes place in Dungeons & Dragons' original game world, birthed by D&D creator Gary Gygax, the World of Greyhawk. So in our campaign, we take the characters and settings and scenarios that made D&D a worldwide phenomenon in the 80s, and we reimagine them for players now in 2017. Again, we want to welcome our guests, Danny Neary and Michael Schlager. I don't know why I just said that, because you're not guests anymore. Welcome to the team, guys. Congratulations. We are grateful to have you.
You've made a wise decision.
Thank you for having us.
I do not doubt that. And viewers, in case there's anybody watching, if you think our show looks and sounds fantastic because of all the amazing artists whose work creates the backdrop for this adventure, check them out in our show notes, support them on Patreon, buy their stuff, etc. Let's begin. Previously on Return to Greyhawk, at the very moment of their arrival in Verbabank, the heroes that we know as the Citadel were not given a moment's rest before they found the Temple of Ali Damara under attack. Quickly dispatching an elemental creature of fire, they ran to the temple's highest tower, and looking out over the city, they found it completely overrun by elemental monstrosities, demonic forces, evil soldiers. Warned to surrender the temple by a particularly memorable sorcerer on the back of a chimera, the party instead decided to flee to Greyhawk, as the battle for the city was already clearly lost. They sent their treasure of harvested dragon organs ahead of them, instructed the temple acolytes in salvaging what they could, and then burned the remainder of the precious library, leaping into the teleportation circle. And a moment later, they found themselves not in Greyhawk, but in the study of Mordenkainen, once again supernaturally inhabiting the bodies of the legendary warrior whose weapons they now carry. The wizard briefed them on a clandestine mission to infiltrate the Temple of Elemental Evil and discern what had caused the previously warring elemental factions to unite and become a genuine threat to the lands of good surrounding the temple. Put a stop to the evil activity if they could, and if not, report back with their discoveries. Mordenkainen equipped them with summoning stones to enable a hasty retreat. So the party slipped into the temple, gradually making their way past levels that seemed to be dedicated to the elements of earth, fire, water, and air. And on the 5th level, however, they began to notice a different influence. Demonic forces abounded, as well as acolytes whose dark robes were emblazoned with a grinning red skull, the symbol of Euse the Old, Euse the Evil. Continuing to explore, they found portals that seemed to be gateways to each of the elemental planes. And then, emerging from a cloud of deadly flatulence, they were suddenly trapped between intimidating foes, two towering dark knights, each exuding a terrible aura of evil, power, and eldritch energy. And thus begins episode 26, The Assassin's Blade. Here we go, my dear friends. We're going to jump directly into initiative. Come on, let's move over here to our correct map. And to review, we've got 3 members of the party, 4 members of the party up here, a couple over here, and these sort of dark knight creatures are both closing on the party. So let me clear our initiative panel and jump right in without any wasting time.
Oh, come on.
I think I did that wrong. In order to be into the initiative setup, where do I have to click it?
Just click your token, make sure it's selected.
Okay.
And then click the initiative button. And your character sheet. Rob would just like everyone to know that he is not afraid of the piggies or their little shepherds, even if they're black.
Okay. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
In fact, he doesn't care so much that he only got a 4 for.
Clearly.
He's just gonna sit
All
back.
right, let me add the.
Ouch.
You may need to add Fell North as well. For some reason, mine didn't show up as it's 10.
Interesting. Did I just roll twice?
Yep.
You can take the lower one. That's fine.
Well, I've got 2.
Still.
And Fell North is not in the order, right?
No.
How do I add him? Where is he? Turn and enter what for him?
10.
So I've got Rag, Tasha, Rigby, Fell North, and I'm missing,
Bah.
still missing Bosk.
And I'm not seeing your order that you are.
You have the turn order panel open.
For some reason, my things are not coming down at the end. I'm not seeing anybody's thing. I think I had to restart this.
Hey, our stream looks great. Hello, everybody.
Sorry.
That's all right. You want me to just add you?
That would be great, except it didn't even show me my roll. Ah!
Oh yeah, you're not in the roll order.
Okay, now I'm coming back in. Now I'm seeing the turn order. We're almost there. It's hatching
Right on,
dragons.
right on.
Just to
It's normally
recap
at the end of the initiative. I deserve it.
Shane, I was enraged still, was I not?
You did not tell me that you weren't.
Okay.
Did you add that dragon, Alyssa?
Well, I did, but then it disappeared. It went
Oh,
away
really?
somehow. Yeah.
That's weird.
Silly dragon.
It went home into the future.
I'm hearing music pretty well, so that's something good.
It is coming through now, yes.
All right, now we're gonna switch to combat. Yeah, that works. How's it going, Nanny?
Ready? It should be coming through. Clicked it.
There it is.
Sweet.
Yay,
It was,
all right.
Woo,
thank
got it.
goodness it was
Just
worth
need to
waiting for.
refresh.
Dang.
All right, there it is.
We're not surprised.
Bosk, despite the fact that you are hiding behind the stumpy dwarf, you are ready to spring into action as the night looms in the narrow hallway.
All right. And I am going to. I can't get this character. I am going to. Whichever weapons. Move over. She's going to use her little bow there. And I'm sorry, for some reason my computer is dragging so far behind right now. It's just taking forever to pull this up. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
I don't know what it's
I'm
doing.
opening Nilly's character sheet because
Okay.
I forgot that I'm playing Nilly tonight.
Oh, you can't forget that.
It's problematic because to properly play her, I've got to use far more profanity than I'm comfortable with.
I am going to move my character, except my computer is freezing where I can't even get back onto the screen.
No.
Okay, where do you want to
Oh
move
my
it?
goodness. I am, because she doesn't actually have a ranged weapon here. I'm just going to move right up there.
Your daggers are ranged.
They are ranged.
Yeah.
All right, then we are going to chuck those bad boys.
You're going to stay right there, or do you want to get further away?
I'm going to use my... No, we'll stay right there.
Okay.
And
You able to roll your attacks?
it's not loading. Oh, wait. It just gets going super slow. I'm going to close out everything as soon as my turn is done and not hold you guys up again.
Right on.
There's not that much open on my window. I can't roll it.
All right, what do you want to do? I'll
It's a
throw
plus-
your weapons for you.
It's a plus 11, please.
Found on your character sheets. Let's do tooth and nail. Ooh, wow.
Ooh.
Those are not fantastic rolls.
Oh,
Just not fantastic. A 3 and a 6. All right, so what are you going against the armor class here? Yeah, both of your blades pinwheel through the air, sort of parting the hair almost of the stumpy dwarf in front of you and make solid contact in the breastplate of this knight and ping ineffectually sideways, smacking the wall, clattering to the
Boss just did not have her shit together.
I'm assuming I'm next.
Do you want to do anything else?
Nope. I'm gonna. Actually, I'll move my action if I can. I have the dash action just to get further away from that creature a little.
Okay.
Yep.
There we go.
Thank you.
So now, yes, it is Rigby, staring probably 4 feet overhead.
He's not within. Is he within 5 feet? Is he with? Would I take an opportunity attack of a?
No, you'd need to move 1 square ahead. Actually, he's kind of splitting a square. So
that's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, is he in the barrier? Or, okay. All right. So, boy. All right. So I would like to forget that I'm a dwarf.
All dwarves would like to forget that.
Okay. So, I would like to move my character here. And from here, I can look over yonder ways. Yeah, well, no, maybe.
Get there. Yeah, there from there. Get behind me.
Ignore that in the Roll20, by the way.
You trying to get line of sight of the other guy?
Well, no, okay. So I have a couple of things that I can do. And I can either use stone shape and right here build a wall and just pull a wall up out of the ground.
That would piss Roger off.
Or what I can do is I can do insect cloud, which does a 20-foot radius. Now I could center it somewhere like here or here.
What would your character do?
Yeah, if you want to do an insect cloud of a 20-foot radius, you would need to center it there so that you got all of this, if that's what you're trying.
I'm just double checking to make sure I don't have to have line of sight.
I just found that I have an initiative on rolls or advantage on initiative rolls. Does that mean I roll twice?
That's what it means. But right now in Roll20, it's set up to roll twice. Okay. So you would just roll and take the higher of the two.
Cool beans.
I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so
you feel like that you don't need line of sight. Put that.
No, the spell doesn't say I need line of sight. It just within range, and my range is 300 feet.
I'll give you that. So you're going to center here for your 20-foot radius.
Yeah, that sounds like a fantastic idea. That sounds like a great idea. That's the best idea ever.
All right, give me a spell card on that.
Come on. Oh, it's the same thing that's happening to Danny's happening to me. Give me a second. I'm clicking the spell, but nothing's happening.
Wow, what the heck?
Oh, no, it's my fault. It's my fault. This is all my fault. I have to select what level I'm going to cast it at. And
yes.
So I have 5. What level cast do you want in Windows that I'm going through? I'm so sorry, guys. But it is. Oh, they have to make a Constitution save.
All right.
So everybody, all of these guys make con saves. And I'll get you the spell card.
So what is?
So you can see that. You can see that. Oh. Come on. And we're wanting.
All right. Con saves incoming. Is it con saves, right?
Mm-hmm. Con saves.
All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Dretchi. Dretchy. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
That should show
9.
the spell.
And the knight. Now what do we got here?
So, DC 19, that 21 saves, but none of them save other than that one.
One squirrely little dretch, we're gonna call him this guy, saves, and no one else. Wow, that's fantastic.
So what that means then is I can roll damage. Oh, it's 30 piercing on all those.
Wow. So the dretch. Wow. Okay. So Felnerith and Drag, you kind of have the sense of a locust flying around behind your head and then down the hall towards the statue, and suddenly it erupts into a massive billowing cyclone of locusts and hornets and all manner of biting, stinging insects. The knight stands buffeted by the wind and the wave of insects. He staggers back against the wall a little bit, raises his arms trying to block his visor. All of the other creatures behind him scream, run about, slam into walls, eventually fall to the ground, kicking and screaming, and their screams are quickly covered over by the hum of insects. All the little guys fall.
Your piggies have some pest problems.
The knight seems angry. And it's his turn to move forward. So he steps forward one huge clanking step and raises his massive sword.
Come at me.
Two-handed. He swings. What is all that? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So at Rag, one of his swings. What is your armor class? Let me look here.
My armor class is 16.
So you feel a biting, staggering blow by his first swing. His second swing, you're able to stagger back just a little bit out of the way. And he's also going to do, before we get into, also one swing at Felnerith.
Felnerith's AC is a 17.
And ting, you're able to just deflect the blow with your arm. And so that's a reactive attack, Josh?
Yes, it is.
That's just fantastic for you, isn't it?
Is that all you got?
Looks good to me.
And Rag, after your reactive attack, it is your turn.
And I
Oh,
think,
no, it's not. It's
Oh, wait,
Felnerith.
I have a natural
My bad.
20? So I believe that does a
Oh.
I said it looked good.
I think that's
Wow.
a horrible sword.
Looks pretty good.
So your blow catches him right at the shoulder, peels back, just the meat well under his neck. His head flops over, and you see inside tendrils of black vapor pour forth. And it's almost like a scream as spectral forces are released from his body, and he slowly crumples to the ground with a fairly dramatic clatter.
Oof.
Gosh,
You're
you guys are
real
so
ugly.
OP.
Phil North coughs twice and just says, I don't recommend breathing that in.
I told you the piggies were a problem. They look at me and they all die.
Oh, I can taste that in the back of my throat. Oh.
It's the taste of my magnificence.
Yeah, it's your body odor. Tasha, it's your turn.
Asha's turn. Okay.
How much did I get hit for? 15 plus 18? I got it.
Yeah.
Where didn't you move, Danny? Or are you still
Yes.
there?
No, I did move back, but I didn't have control over my thing. So
If you've got control, put yourself where you wanted to be.
All
I
right.
wasn't really sure which direction you were talking about.
All right, I'm back in the game.
Woohoo!
Hey,
Fantastic.
I'm gonna run back where you are. And I'm gonna blind him. Try to.
You've had tremendous luck with that blinding spell.
I know, I like it. It's one of my favorites.
All right, so con save for
save.
me again. He has a tremendous constitution.
Yee!
Wow.
Tremendous.
Holy cow.
How's that tremendous?
Oh my goodness.
So, like, look at what he rolled. So, the gleaming red eyes that are all you can see behind his blackened metal visor flicker and blink out. And the knight reacts with an explosion of vocal rage. And he slams his sword from side to side, but then steadies himself, puts his arms forward.
Tasha's gonna hop back in the corner.
All right. So he casts, let me get something real quick here. Right into the midst of you all, he casts a ball that explodes into
Poor
a
Nilly.
huge
Always
gap
taking
of
the brunt of
flame.
the force.
Where is? Oh, I didn't even add her.
So-
I'm gonna have to put her at the end.
Just a quick question, because the spell specifically says a point it can see.
Yeah, it's right there behind Nilly. Right behind
Oh,
Nilly.
ho, ho, I like this already.
Oh,
Michael's got his
come
mustard hat.
on.
Yeah.
Now, I only ask because my thought was it would be just a random roll to see where it went within the range.
Yeah.
Like a 12-sider, and then whatever it lands, that's how many feet it went.
We
You
can still
know.
make it. I'm sure
Yeah,
it's still
Well, I
feel
think
like-
that's gonna make it. I don't really think that's an argument. I mean,
I'm just, again, not trying to lose lawyer Shane. You do whatever you want.
oh no, lawyer him anytime you
No,
please.
no. No. I don't want to be that guy.
I am going to make the call that I didn't look at the point that he can see, but I'm going to make the call that the magic does not depend on sight, but the trajectory and the placement does. I mean, the spell assumes it's going to explode at the point which he can see. Now, if he can't see it, I'm not going to say that the magic doesn't work, but I'm going to say that he's going to have some randomness in the point.
Let's see.
Does that make sense?
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
All right,
So
roll
let's
those dice.
see.
He's gonna attack. And then I was going in one direction.
Oh.
All right. So he's I'm going to say he can throw it. So I'm going to give him a D8 plus 2. And that's going to be his.
Is it a deck save? Is it a some kind of save?
Oh,
Please
hold
tell me
on.
there's a
Ignore
save.
that roll. Ignore that roll. 8 plus.
Oh.
No, it's just going to land where it lands.
Oh. Okay.
So that is 7. So it's going to land 70 feet. So he has overshot his sweet spot
Oh.
by a
Randall
large
rolled it.
margin. 1 second.
That still might get.
Michael's gonna wish he never said
Yeah.
anything.
Yes,
hold
that
on.
still might get you.
I'm going to ask, too, because doesn't the quarter give us partial cover?
I will say that it gives you partial
No,
cover.
it doesn't because it goes
It
around the
won't
corners.
be Rag partial cover. All right, let me go Hellfire is what is the sphere?
Hellfire?
20 foot.
Are you kidding me?
20
The
foot.
sphere spreads around corners, so no.
All right.
Oh, this is gonna be so great. I love it.
So it's just a 20-foot radius. That's my point.
Oh, it just missed us.
Wow.
So 5, 10. 20-foot radius, not diameter. So if that's my point, then it's 20-foot radius.
You can drag that out a little bit first.
Oh, I can certainly drag it out. I just wanted to see what I was dealing with. There we go. That is it.
Wow.
So,
Ow.
Makes me happy.
Nilly says, "Oh!" and dodges this swirling ball of flame about the size of her head, which rockets down the hallway. Looks like it might disappear through the elemental portal, but prior to hitting that, explodes in a tremendous detonation.
Whoa.
It does spread around corners, so the two of you are going to do a dex.
I throw up my arms.
Missed.
And where's my deck save? Oh no.
So each of you are engulfed in flame, and you know what flame feels like. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like death. It feels like decay, and it feels like rot. So you're going to take 35 necrotic damage.
Ow.
And 35 fire damage.
70 damage, jeez. Yes,
Oh,
you had to
there we
open your mouth, didn't you?
I love that. Thank you. That was fantastic.
That was great.
Fantastic. Let me restart some stuff.
Everybody else, you're welcome. I apologize, Josh.
Thank you.
This is what happens when you try to counter God.
So that was this guy. So Rag, now it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna see
This
how much
explosion
Jesus.
dissipates as quickly as it happened.
Yeah,
And you're
you-
left there singed and rotting. What the heck you can do now?
My arm is rotting off, and my nose looks like it's also coming apart. I'm looking over, really annoyed, at the guy next to me,
Who did nothing in the game.
who all he's done so far is stand there while I take and bring the wrath of God.
No, I mean, I got hit too. I was just smart enough to block it.
You're so clever. Okay, I'm going to see if I can run. I can definitely run. I'm going to just charge in a full-on rage.
You didn't actually block any of that, did you,
I don't think so.
Felnerith?
Well, I mean, my AC did the job. No, the fire blast? No, I
Yes.
took all that damage, but I'm just saying
Right,
the knight
right.
hit me and I stopped him from hitting
Correct.
me.
Fantastic.
Ah,
Rag,
okay.
what are you going to do?
I'm going to rush around the corner at the guy who just fireball at me, or missed me and burnt me up and my nose is rotting off, and I'm going to run at him and just put him in close quarters and start swinging. You're the one that
You can
tore
get
my
it. You
nose
can
off.
get that far.
I think so. How far is, let's see, I have a speed of 40, and I was here. Oh, I can go here, I guess.
Does the rage give you more speed?
No, I have a 40. I'm a barbarian, so
Okay.
okay.
I think you'd have to dash to get all the way there, and then you stand there and get attacked. Oh, actually, no.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you-
raging. I'm raging, so would that give me an extra attack?
The question is,
He's
can
gonna be
you bring it
reach.
to him?
I'm
Because
gonna-
the 40-foot space, it's
I'm going
45
to take
feet.
my sword overhand and try to throw it at him then. And pierce him against the slam him against the wall.
Are you
Okay.
seriously going to rush to that point and throw?
Yeah.
Okay, you can certainly do that. It is not.
It is a what?
So it's not a ranged weapon. It's a great sword.
Okay, so with my rage and getting 2 attacks, does that mean if I dash I can still get the attack, or is that
No, dash is about.
All right. Well, I am going
And
to.
then you could dash as your action.
I have a javelin. I can attack.
If you have a javelin, yeah, you could run that far.
Then I'm throwing my javelin.
Against all odds, it actually pierces, finding some gap in his armor right around the waistline. He staggers slightly back,
I think you said
blindly swatting in the general direction of it. So next is Bosk.
All right. I yet again want to use my throwing dagger there. I'm just trying to see where I can get a clean range to get him.
If I can interrupt for a moment, Felnorth didn't actually get to go.
How did I miss you?
Propel on Earth.
Oh.
With a big fireball.
I know you're
Should've
mad
been
about the
before me.
fireball thing, but
With a big fireball. I think that's how
I don't know how I
kind of
missed
glossed
you.
over his turn with all the
I
big
do
fire.
that all the time.
And
Fire.
These guys know it. I'm not going to say it's your fault. It was
Don't forget
my
Necrotic
fault.
fire burned your turn away.
However, just
I felt my turn right away.
Be prepared that I could skip anybody at any time. I am so sorry. Actually,
it's starting to feel personal. That's all.
no. Here's what we're gonna do. Rag was the last in the turn order. We're
Oh,
going
Nilly,
to
I
let
thought Nilly
you.
was.
Yeah, we're gonna let you take your turn, and then we're gonna have Nilly.
Okay.
Hey, Nilly,
So-
Nilly, Nilly.
Go for it. I apologize. At least these guys can vouch. It is not personal. It happens all the time. So sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. My speed, I think, is 30. It's not on my sheet, but I'm fairly sure it's just 30.
I would assume so.
I'm going to move. Felnorth is going to move up into the tunnel. And from where he's at, I think he's going to try and cast something on the thing down the hall. Let's do.
Medic.
And these knights, these are demonic, correct?
They look pretty demonic.
They are. I don't think that they're demonic. What are they? No, they're not demonic.
Okay.
Well, will we know if they're demonic or not? I mean, would your character know?
I thought I identified the pig creatures just before the battle started.
I believe that you did. Yeah, you identified them as kind of like
Demonic
the
pigs.
worms of Hades, not Hades, of the abyss.
Okay.
I love how you took out the whole crowd of him. That was awesome.
With locusts.
If you guys remember, back in your first and second episode, you guys were.
Oh, you're cutting out, Shane.
Am I cutting out for everybody or just?
No, it's everybody. Like,
Yeah.
do you see that note I sent you in Discord?
I'm looking for Discord, 12 levels deep.
Yeah, I figured you just had it like right on top and saw it right away.
Interesting. So you can hear me. You can hear me.
We can hear
Nope,
you.
can't hear you.
Nope.
Can't hear you. Can't
You're
hear you.
All right.
I think
So I
if
need
you
to-
lower the input sensitivity.
Yeah, I'll do that at the first break. I'll just try to keep my belly at the desk.
All right, so I think Felnorth is going to look down the hall and try and cast Guiding Bolt on the knight in
Okay.
the doorway there. I just want to check the range on that. Yeah, I've got a 120-foot range, so I should be fine on
You
that.
are good. You are good. For the first time in quite some time, your bolt arcs over the heads of your friends and lands directly in the chest of your target.
You gotta push the
Right, what's the
guiding bolt button.
I did, which there we go. No, it's actually not in my. It's not in my
In the
spell
chat.
attacks.
Ah. I think
Under
it's
your
in the
roll,
chat.
Yeah.
roll in the chat.
There we
Put
go.
your thing over guiding bolt.
Got it. We'll cast that at level 3.
So the bolt smashes into his chest, and arcs and tendrils of radiant energy spool up his neck, down his thighs, and again you hear.
And that should also give a bonus to the next attacker.
You have a spell card for that?
I do.
Just so we know exactly what we're dealing with.
How do I paste the spell card in?
I don't know.
When you click on the cog for your spell, underneath the description it says output. Do you see that?
There should be a chat button next to a cog button if you have it.
I see output attack. I don't see.
So it says attack. Click it, and you can choose between attack and spell card.
Okay, got it. All right, there we go, and it's coming.
Dun, 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 dun.
Drum roll for the
Okay,
spell card.
it's still trying to get me to cast it at a level. Is that going to?
Yeah, you still have to do that. So
Okay.
you just cast it at the level,
Got it.
and then
Thank you. There and there. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's
the
the
next
new
attack has advantage. Okay, so that's Nilly. Or not Nilly, rather, but Helena, is that who she is?
I believe so.
Citadel of 8 characters? Yes, she is Helena.
So for the person just log in right now, we're playing. We're back in time in level 19 characters. First time we played level 19 characters.
Fantastic. With a level of that is almost uncharacteristic for Nilly, Helena dashes forward. Oh, and she already gets advantage. She dashes forward, rapier extended at arm's length, and thrusts.
Just poke, poke, poke.
Come on. Now I'm like rooting for it. Come on, come on, come on.
Ooh.
Wow.
Plunges to the hilt through the armor, and she pulls it back out, and the knight continues to stagger. Not a crushing blow, really. But next, Bosk.
All right. I'm going to move where I can get a clear range of this knight. Will I be able to, if I move right over here?
Does I wonder if the knight gets opportunity if it's blind?
Oh, the
Oh, I
knight's
can't
supposed to
see.
make Constitution checks after his turn, also to see if he becomes unblind.
I was about to do that.
Just to be fair.
Can I throw a dagger from over here?
Yeah, you certainly can.
All right. And because the character, he has an enemy within 5 feet, if it hits, it is going to count as a sneak attack there for damage. So let's see if it hits in the first place.
He also has advantage since he is still blind.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got advantage of both of these guys.
Okay.
Good grief.
I am hitting the thing. Oh, my science. Oh, my science.
Oh, my science.
Because I was hitting it and it was working earlier. Hold on. I am prepared. It just hates me right now. All right, trying it again.
Just do a refresh and then try it.
I'm so glad we're cleaning these monsters up. This old
Yeah.
hood.
So, want me to just roll a dice instead because it's a plus 11 and it's my character sheet is not reacting to me pushing any buttons.
Well, let's see if the dice panel will. Oh,
Okay.
we've got.
Oh no,
it's
you only need to click once. It just.
All right, so sorry.
Which one do you want to use?
We will take the first 2 rolls, both of which hit.
Okay. All right. So I'm putting it
Dagger,
once.
dagger,
There we
dagger.
go. And now we're gonna do the sneak attack damage on top of that.
Woo!
My girls,
If you
sweetie.
I think if you click on dagger on your first 2 rolls, that'll give you your damage rolls.
So I did that to try and get that 7 underneath, and then the sneak attack is an extra
Holy cow!
+6.
Wow.
Yeah, it's there. You got a really good roll for your sneak attack damage.
All right. Just going really slow on my end there. Sorry, but holy shit! Yeah. All right. Take that. And I'm gonna refresh it in the meantime.
Wow. All right. Good grief.
We have a lot of people who's logging in now too.
Fantastic. So the daggers pierce his foul armor, and he staggers slightly again. He is definitely wavering on his feet, but still continues to thrash back and forth, trying to hit anything within his arm's reach. Rigby.
Well, we don't have anybody else, yeah. And we got Nilly that's in there. Dang, I can't even get all the way to him. I'm at maximum
really
ways
stupid.
away because I am only 25-foot speed.
That was really foolish.
Okay.
Bree to move Nilly in there.
Got any healing potions on you?
Are you doing? Do you need heals?
My nose is falling off. What do you think?
Okay, out of character. What's your hit points?
I'm at 87, less than half of my.
Oh, you're less than half? Okay, well then, with that being the case, I will move over here. Dude, we've really got to give you a bath when we get done with this. And just kind of hits him on the back, and we'll do a cure wounds. We'll do a cure wounds. You, if I can remember what level spell that is. Where's
Make
it
it
at?
higher. We're gonna be a Citadel of 7 with what? Citadel of 8 and 1 without a nose.
Where's my cure wounds at?
Should be a level 1 spell.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you lost your.
No.
cure
I got it.
wounds.
I got too many spells, guys. I'm so sorry.
What a fun
And
problem
we
to have.
we'll cast this at level 3, as you seem like you're hurting pretty good there.
Nice.
So yeah, you get
10 or 7?
17. You got 17 out of that.
All right. Oh, I feel it coming back on. I thought it was gonna run off.
Anything else you're doing on your turn, Rigby?
No, that's my full movement, and that's my turn. So,
Felnorith, let's go in order this time, just for grins.
Oh, I'm gonna go now.
I know it's
Sorry.
disorienting.
I thought I had more time.
I would be glad to skip you again.
No, it's fine. We're good. So Felnorith will continue his advance to the rest of the group and kind of stay toward the back. I believe Rag is the only one that's hurt, correct? That's injured at the moment.
I believe that's true.
I mean, other than myself, but I mean, I'm not injured nearly as poorly as he is.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
We will do. So we're gonna do this time. And Helena is right up against the creature, correct?
Yeah, pretty much. She was did a really stupid thing there, rushing in like that, blocking everything.
typical Nilly.
Yes, I'm trying to play the character.
Felnorith is going to cast Shield of Faith on Helena.
Gotcha. Shield of Faith.
Gives her +2 bonus
Hey, right
AC for up to 10 minutes.
Fantastic.
But I have to maintain concentration.
Got it. Fantastic. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
Nope.
Tasha.
Tasha's gonna scoot up here behind Elena and reach around and point at that guy and try to make him incredibly tiny.
Fantastic. All right, so what do I need to do here? Constitution
save.
saving throw. Wow. Because I've been doing so well with it.
Fantastic, even.
Tasha knows.
So
Here
Tasha's
we
giving
go.
Helena a reach around.
Yes, essentially.
Writing it.
I knew somebody was going to say that. Oh, finally.
Oh, man. No.
Finally. This
What?
staggering
That's dumb.
creature
Oh, man.
feels a swirl of arcane energy around it. Seems to just flex, and black evil oozes off his body, shielding him. Anything else you're going to do with your turn?
Tasha takes her arm slowly back and backs up.
Giving her a slight swat as you move away.
Exactly.
So now the Death Knight is. Let me look again.
Oh, he's got a name now. Death Knight.
I mean, that's
Places
a good a name as any.
He's got a name.
He is going to take his sword and blindly swing 3 times at what he can tell, maybe, is directly in front of him. At disadvantage, of course.
Oh,
I hit it too many times. I'll take 3. Wow, 2. Wow, 3. What does she get for Shield of Faith again?
+2 AC.
+2 AC. Is that enough? That's an 18 AC for her.
25 and 25.
Not
Jesus.
enough.
Jesus.
She gets hit 3 times.
Oh,
Her.
All
man.
3 times. So 22. I need a calculator. 22, 32, 36, 66, 70, 86, 101.
100 triple dig?
20. Do the math for me, guys. Make sure I'm not missing.
oh, it looks it. Holy shit.
126, 36.
So the first one,
100,
second one, and third one.
6,
They're 14 plus 22.
39.
Oh, crap.
139 is what I'm.
Oh.
Your math.
Good grief. But
Is that really for real?
if I'm wrong, please correct me. I think I'm right.
105.
105,
Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
So yeah, you got 14. You got okay. This you got 14.
14, 22,
22,
11, 20, 13.
Plus 11 plus 20 plus 13 plus 25. 105. 105 total. Still
She's
though, 105 total.
grievously
Jesus.
smashed with the sword 3 times. Each blow actually sending her against the cavern wall as she's just swiped mercilessly. You hear her whimpering. All right. Good grief. Rag. We can't hear you, Josh.
That sends Rog into a fury. Am I able to grapple her and throw her back, or reach my sword across for her?
You could occupy. What happens if you occupy the same thing? It's going to be. Man, you can't use that sword in the same square as her.
All right, can I throw her
You're gonna
back
have to get.
with an
That
action?
would take your action.
and
you
I
could
have
grapple her
3
and throw
attacks.
You have 3 attacks as your action, but if you use your action as something else, you don't get those attacks.
Can I reach for my javelin and pull it from in him and stab him 3 times?
If you move forward, you can, as a bonus action, interact with an object. So you have to move forward into her square. So,
I will do that as much as I can, squeeze in.
yeah.
And how many attacks do I get in a frenzy?
I don't know. You help me know.
All right, let me send it to you real quick.
I think you get still 3 attacks. Your bonus action is retrieving your javelin, and then you get 3 attacks.
phone's staying frenzy. Where'd it go?
So you're not gonna throw it, obviously. Yeah.
All right, there it is, and I'm in a frenzy, which is on the bottom. Can make a single melee weapon attack as bonus turn after declaring.
Your
frenzy.
bonus action though was retrieve your bonus action on each turn. Yeah, your bonus action was used by retrieve javelin.
Oh, okay, I see. This is complicated. So I'm just gonna still stay in my regular rage, and I'm just gonna grab it, push her aside, grab my javelin, and stab him twice.
Do it. No, you still get 3.
No, I think I get 2 attacks. Frenzy is a 3 attack.
Okay.
There we go. I'm
Again, piercing him mercilessly with both of the blows. So the creature, the second blow, piercing him right around the midriff. As he pulls that out, a tendril of vapor comes along with the javelin, swirling around it and up his arm, and then fading as the creature falls directly backwards with a huge clatter. Ah!
Oof.
Are you okay,
people?
Are you? What's Millie's name now?
Helena.
Helena. Are you okay? And I slap her face a little bit. Wake up! Wake up!
She says, "Oh, stop it! Fuck! I fucking hurt people." Have I got it right?
I think so.
Somebody better give us a fucking healing because my guts are
She's still
coming.
alive. Hey, she's okay. Do I have any potions by chance?
Nominate that we take a short resting period, a time to which you may heal.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, no fucking shit, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
I stab him one more time.
The armor appears to be
Absolutely what?
hollow.
Hollow. Okay, then I can stab it so he has a lot of food.
That's fine. You can just... Yeah. All right, so we're going to take a short rest then, and she's going to spend some hit dice.
Yes.
She's going to spend them all.
I would say maybe Rigby could attend to Rag, and I could attend to Helena, or vice versa.
Well, I was going to let them determine how many hit dice they wanted to spend first, and then, after they were done with that, then tend to them.
Gotcha.
All right, so on a hit dice...
Make the most of what we have.
Of course, of course.
What are these hit dice?
I'm at 50, so...
This would be a perfect time to actually take a break.
Take a for real break?
And we could roll the hit dice and come back with what, having taken a short break.
We're going to take a short break, and we're going to have the characters short break during our short break. So we will be back in action in 10 minutes. Go to the
private chat.
Out loud.
All right, I'm doing 9 hit dice.
This was essentially the birth of Dungeons & Dragons as we know it. And about a month later, Gygax created the nearby city of Greyhawk because the players needed a place to sell their stuff and get some rest. By the time his Greyhawk home campaign ended in 1985, the castle dungeons encompassed more than 50 levels. And as players began to explore more of the world outside the castle and the city, Gygax developed other regions and cities for them to explore. With play sessions occurring 7 or more times a week with dozens of players, he didn't have time to create a map for this whole new world. He just drew his world over a map of North America. City of Greyhawk was placed over Chicago. But even after starting TSR and launching D&D, Gygax had no plans to publish details of the Greyhawk world, because he believed that new players would rather create their own worlds than use somebody else's. He was fortunately persuaded. Ditching his map of North America, he crafted a new planet called Oerth. Gygax jokingly pronounced it Oith, as if he were from Brooklyn, but I can't bring myself to do that. He concentrated his first efforts on one small corner of the world, on a very European-looking landmass called the Flanness, in the year CY 576. Darlene, a freelance artist in Lake Geneva, developed a now famous full-color map on a hex grid. And in 1983, TSR published an expanded box set of the campaign world, World of Greyhawk. I was 13, and this has been with me ever since. And I love Middle-earth and Westeros and lore-rich game worlds like Eberron and Forgotten Realms, but since I was 13, I've been living in Greyhawk. And that's why nearly 35 years later, I started this latest story here. After this box set, the next major expansion came in 1992 with a series of products around the Greyhawk Wars, a very Game of Thrones period in Flanness history that saw the entire continent embroiled in war, political intrigue, and assassinations. This is significant for our game in particular, which is set in the year 582, just before the start of the wars. Don't tell my players that. Then, in the late 90s, D&D was acquired by Wizards of the Coast, who promptly refreshed Greyhawk as their primary game world, moving the world's time clock forward to the year 591. And 2 years later, Wizards initiated Living Greyhawk, an organized play system somewhat similar to today's Adventurers League. And over the next 7 years, more than 1,000 adventures would be produced in the program, with tens of thousands of players playing in a synchronized Greyhawk world. And then, in 2008, Wizards of the Coast stopped producing material for Greyhawk as a game world. But all the existing Greyhawk content is so good, Wizards keeps pulling it into their latest 5th edition material. The 5e DM's Guide lists the hand and eye of the demigod Lich Vecna as relics, and you'll certainly hear plenty about that in our game. The legendary Archmage Mordenkainen, who is hugely important in our story, can now be found lurking and lost in Barovia in the Curse of Strahd. And the new BBEG in Wizards' brand new release, Tomb of Annihilation, is a Sararak, who is a demi-lich in Greyhawk, whose legendary home was the Tomb of Horrors, which Wizards re-released last year, along with several other adventures from Greyhawk in Tales from the Yawning Portal. All of which gives me some hope that the historic, lore-rich world of Greyhawk will soon enter another chapter, relaunched by Wizards of the Coast with fresh content as an official D&D game world. Again. But for now, that's another bathroom break, bite-sized bit of Greyhawk lore. Stick around, we'll be playing again in just a minute.
Hey, Shane.
All right, we're back.
There we go.
Welcome back. And I said that while we were we're going to be rolling our hit dice, having our short break as characters. I did not do that for Helena because I am not used to playing. So her hit die, if she is a ranger, is that a 10 or an 8? I believe that's
I believe it's a D10.
I believe it's 10. Ignore that. That's not what I meant to do. So I'm going to do...
It's okay. Those rolled high. You can take.
Kaboom.
Well, that's
82.
better.
Yes. There's a number of pluses up in there. And do you get when you roll die, you get your con as well,
You get your
right?
con, yeah, you get your con mod as well.
So that's wow, 4.
Plus.
That's 82. So then 18 D4. She is back to full.
Okay, all right.
Nice.
That's cool. That's cool.
So y'all can heal her up hardcore, or you run into some other beastie. But I'm sure you won't. This is going to start getting easy.
This is gonna get way easier, guys.
Yeah, it's gonna get much easier. Music coming through? Nope.
No, not hearing any tunes. No tunage, sir.
Playing the louder ones again. There it is.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Well, that wasn't too hard. Just a few death knights here and a couple piggies there.
Yeah, you definitely smell a foul stench coming off the carcass of this knight. And as well, down the hall, you can hear last bits of as the last of the insect swarm feasts on the infernal bodies of the dretch that are lying in the chamber down the hall.
I pick up the Death Knight with my javelin and I show everybody the smiley face made on his armor. Hey, look what I did!
A foul marionette on the end of your javelin.
Good, Rog.
Perform for us. Do something.
I make it dance a little bit.
Yeah, you know those little marionette sticks and rub one knee. They hop around.
If you want to be a little less inconspicuous moving forward, I can make us all invisible.
Oh!
That might help.
Yeah, that could help.
Well, what if
North is wiping some char off of his armor with a cloth.
if I pick up the Death Knight, maybe I can use him as a distraction.
But nobody could see you. We wouldn't need it the Death Knight.
So they just see a walking Death Knight. It'll be... Nobody will notice us.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's a bad idea.
Aw. I swear I have the best ideas in this group.
They are, I swear.
So, where to next?
Well,
There's a door behind you.
Basically, from where you are standing, you can see that whether it opens into a room or another passageway, you can't quite tell because you can't see much of it.
I use the Death Knight on my end of my javelin and push it forward to see if any traps launch.
I should make you do some sort of check for this, but the Death Knight dangles here in the opening here, and it just clanks and it begins to fall apart. Like the armor begins to come apart because apparently there's not anything under.
Anybody need some fresh armor?
But
I don't think you understand the word fresh.
Thanks.
As the armor clatters to the ground, it's a fairly deafening cacophony of clangs and clunks, echoes through the chamber behind you, but from up ahead, there doesn't seem to be much sound.
That's inconspicuous.
Yes. That's the opposite.
I don't know how I know that word.
You don't.
So, where to now?
Well, there's a door right here.
Well, I'll step back and I'll let you open it. I'll step back a little farther.
Are
I'm gonna
there
check it first.
Any traps?
Let me look. Let me look.
I mentioned that there is probably a room of dead things over here that we also can take a look at.
Oh, I looked in there. They're all dead piggies.
And
So,
is it a perception to look for traps there?
Yes. You feel fairly certain that the door is unarmed, unlocked, and unremarkable.
Oh, let's just go in. Quietly open it.
All right.
I'm gonna rush in.
You're going to open the door. You can see this below you. It appears to adjoin the fairly cavernous space. As soon as you open the door, you can insects buzzing about and then dematerializing, some of them clattering to the ground, ticking on their backs for a moment before disappearing.
I run in yelling, "Ah!" Oh, it's just the dead piggies.
It is the dead piggies. So as you enter that room, Rag, you fairly large expanse of dead swine-like demons that have been fairly picked apart by this swarm of. They seem to their chest cavities are almost completely void of any organs. They're almost skeletons picked clean.
Promise the smell's not me. I'm gonna inch forward if I can down here, kind of stealthily.
Stealthily, okay.
In my
So-
stealthy ways.
As he's doing that, that's going to take him a little.
Felnorith has stepped into the corridor to check the other room where the remains of the Death Knight lay on the floor.
Fantastic. So, stepping in, you reveal a very simple. I'm just going to get rid of this guy, just so he's out of our zone here.
Goodbye, that guy.
So, as you step in, kicking aside the pieces of discarded blackened plate armor, you see a very simple workstation here. It's full of there's a jar of wine and a number of big pile of parchment, a couple of inkwells, and remnants of a meal, which is interesting. You feel fairly certain that the creature you just killed doesn't eat.
Felnorith kind of yells down the hallway to Tasha.
Yes, Felnorith.
Tasha, come investigate this workstation. There may be things here more familiar to you than I.
I will take a look-see here and find what I can tell. Okay.
So as you enter the room, you hear the item I list. There is a stack of parchment on the table. There's a quill and an ink pot. One of the pieces of parchment has some scribblings on it.
Okay. I'd like to flip through some of those parchments and see what I can read.
Okay. There's only a little on the top parchment. And it's a very formal script. It looks like the person who wrote this was beginning a letter. And it says, to the esteemed priests of the four elements. That's kind of the address. And there's a comma. And below it says, the master of dread and evil presences and our queen of fungus await your word to begin the battle. And there's kind of a little scribble off, and that's it. It's as far as it goes.
Well,
Hmm.
to be a letter that wasn't finished.
To whom?
What else? To the Master of Dread and the Queen of Fungus.
Actually, it's addressed to the Priest of the Element.
Oh, the Priest of the Elements.
And it says that the Master of Dread and Foul Presences, Queen of Fungus, are awaiting their word to begin the.
Well, we did see those gates. I saw those gates along with Rigby earlier. It appeared fairly elemental.
Felnorth's going to take a moment to check the meal on the table. Is the meal cold?
Yes, it appears to be not just fairly. There's a little pot with some sort of brownish substance that is obviously meant to be spread upon bread, and there's a few remnants and crusts of bread left.
Are there any candles burning? Anything that would indicate that someone was here recently other than the meal?
On this table over here, there is a candle that is burned well down. It's in a glass jar, so it's not made a mess. It's definitely been burning for some time.
I wonder. We saw no one come through this room, correct?
No human.
No person exited this room.
Not that I saw. There was a bit of commotion, but I don't think I've seen anybody come out.
Is it possible there's another exit from the room? And don't see any doors, but places like this.
Anybody want to check?
Well,
My sound froze, so I don't know if anybody said anything important right there.
He was speculating that perhaps there's.
this is
And I
not.
asked if somebody wanted to check.
This is not my strong suit. Perhaps Bosk?
Hear my name?
And Felnorth comes to yell down the hallway, Bosk, we could use you momentarily.
I hope you found something good. Oh, it's just some stinky food. What's up?
And investigation is in.
Investigation? You got it.
Yes.
If
So,
you could. it
Alyssa,
appears-
or
Sorry, go ahead.
rather, Tasha,
Tasha.
certainly be good at that as well.
Yeah. Let's give a look-see here.
Let's see.
I will step out of your way.
So why don't the way to do this is why don't you Bosk assist Alyssa or Tasha. Gosh, too many names.
Okay.
So if you assist, then she gets advantage. So that's her first roll anyway, 27. You feel after making a pass around the room, poking at blocks, probing under the table, tapping things with the end of your dread staff, you feel fairly confident that there's no other way out of this room.
Yep. What did you want us to find? It's just a stinky room.
Well, then I suppose that is all we were meant to find.
I'm going back.
Fine. Apologies for interrupting your work with Rag.
No better.
And
Goodness.
of course, Helena goes into this area down here. So again, just to remind you,
We'll pick up the parchment.
Okay. Noted.
So while you guys are doing that, Rigby has made his way to the bottom part. to see
Okay.
the rest.
So as all of you are passing through room-like corridor, looking at all the dead creatures that have been devoured by insects. I do again want to remind you what the statue is, because it's not what it looks like. It's an ornate white marble, twisting, spiraling sculpture of multi-layered fungi shot through. It's white marble shot through with veins of red, but it's all very clearly fungus and mold, and spore sacs and mushrooms, all sprouting together in sort of a hideous twisting column.
I don't want to stab it.
Maybe that's the
And
queen.
as Rigby goes down here, you are able to see that the corridor continues for many feet before seeming to open up into a larger room. You do see, as you look towards the end, 2 large pillars that go up to a ceiling that's taller than the corridor that you're in, which is about 25 feet. So it's a very large corridor.
I
I
motion.
yell over at boss.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab this. What's up?
How about you don't stab that, and you come sneak down this hallway and tell me what's down there?
I'm already sneaking, Rigby. Just watch me and I do the Mission Impossible.
So let me get a sample of this shit. And she's gonna take her dagger and take off some of the fungus and put it in one of her little pouches.
Come back here.
As you poke at the statue with your dagger, it goes clink, clink. I mean, you do verify, at least by your cursory inspection, by poking it with your dagger, that this is marble. This is a sculpture made of marble. It's not genuinely fungus. It's a very well executed statue, but it is stone.
It's gonna take a little closer look at it before I move on here. So
Sure.
that would be investigate.
Yes.
Okay. All right, 17.
You think that it really is a giant ornate statue.
She's still looking at that marble statue.
Yeah, it's boring. I get it. I'm moving.
All right, so Rigby, you're down here with Rag.
Yeah, I'm down here with Bragg and trying to get a gander this hallway.
Okay.
This away.
I'm
And I'm just
sneaking.
gonna keep going. I'm at least 20 feet behind Rob.
Okay, so you're going to let Rag lead.
I told him to get back here, but he doesn't listen.
Hey,
Okay.
you want me to do that?
I told him to get back here, but he doesn't listen.
Well,
So if
come
you-
on. I look back and I say, well, come on then.
Boss, get up there.
Sneak in.
You're gonna sneak?
Sneak.
Telling you, do you want to be invisible,
Oh, hey,
guys?
hey.
I mean, especially with, Rag sneaking up there. I know he's really sneaky, but this might help
Boss,
him.
Too late. I'm already ahead. Sorry, you guys get invisible. I'm good.
Okay. I stand here and I tap my staff on the ground and I make as many people as I can invisible.
Okay.
how many people is that?
Would you spell card that for me?
I will give you the spell card, but I'm using my staff to do it.
Ah, gotcha. That staff is beastly.
It is amazing. Ooh,
Card is coming.
coming. I have to put it on my thing. Ability. Sorry. Staff has a different invisibility than what I have.
Oh, wow.
So I have to throw it on my sheet real quick. Hey. Do. Okay, now it's coming.
There we go. Level 3 or higher. All right. 1 additional creature.
For my
So-
staff, I can use. Can I just click my staff and show that to you?
I don't know how that's set up.
Okay.
But you just
Well-
need to tell me like what spell slot you're able to do that.
While holding the staff, you can use an action to expend some of the charges of the staff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, whatever normal spell slot that is, which is 3, level 3. I can cast that on as many people by using 2 charges each.
Yes. Okay. So if you want to cast it on, so each person would be 2 charges. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 charges if you want to expend that. Or just 8 since the halfling is going in.
Halfling said to forget it, so let's forget the halfling.
Okay.
Let's be fair. We can barely see the halfling as it is.
That's true. That's true. So,
8 charges of my stuff.
Is that what you want to use?
Yes.
So she takes this elaborate staff, smacks the end of it on the ground with a metallic ping, and all of you become simultaneous, except the halfling, who may now move to the point that you would like to stop, feeling pretty stealthy about yourself.
Yeah. It's gonna keep on going. We're gonna get all dangerous.
We're invisible though.
Oh, that's far. Wow. Everyone but her.
Actions or spell casts will drop your invisibility.
So at this point, I just constantly stay at about 20 feet behind the bar. That's my go-to for what's happening.
I see this room over here.
So as you walk into this room, the ceiling vaults to about 45 feet. It's a huge room, completely empty. There's nothing remarkable seemingly about the room at all, except for 4 pillars that spiral up to the top of the vaulted ceiling. They appear to have little mushrooms on them. Oh my!
What is it with this place in like fungus?
It likes a spore.
Well, who doesn't?
So there are fungi, like little mushrooms, cropping out of these pillars as they go up. But very noticeable on the far side of the room is a massive wooden door. It's about 20 feet tall. It does not have the chains on it that it appears to have. That was something that Derek added. But they're just massive wooden doors. And each one of them has a huge pull handle, about 8 feet off the ground. They're gigantic.
Do you think the statue's going to be bigger in there?
I don't know, but
big door.
I can't reach those handles, but I'll check it for traps, and you open it. I'm not jumping. I'm not looking like a jerk.
I mean, maybe we shouldn't open the door yet. Just, guys.
Are there any other rooms?
Want to keep on going?
I call back for Faroneth, the rest of everybody. I'm like, guys, I need you over here.
Nilly or Helena scurries forward.
You'll have to be more specific. I can't see anyone but the halfling.
They're about to get us into trouble. You need to go tell boss.
Not trouble. Just open the door for me. Hold on.
Don't open the door.
I'm gonna check it. It's gonna be safe.
Felnerith walks up behind the halfling.
Wait, not yet. Oh.
I'm gonna make a stealth roll.
We're behind you.
Yeah, I think everybody. The invisibility covered you visibly, but with everybody talking and walking around, if you want to be truly untrackable, you would need to do a stealth check.
I know you're there. I heard you.
Well,
I didn't stop talking.
Felnerith rolled a nat 20 on his stealth check.
I think that's a disadvantage.
Did you get advantage on stealth? Because
I do not.
Then it's the left one.
Yeah, it's always
left
the
one's your
first
normal
number.
roll, your right one is with advantage, I guess.
So,
Okay, I didn't know which one of those was supposed to be.
And so it's 8.
Okay.
And and because I have
He
blind
definitely heard
scent,
me.
I'm able to I'm aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creatures within 10 feet of you.
Oh,
Wow.
what?
So I know where you are. I've done
You
this
don't know where
before.
I'm at. I'm 20 feet away from you, and you don't know where I'm at.
Shut up. Let me check this door. And that is perception.
Yes.
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh.
She looks at every
So a
crack.
couple of things happen. You feel that there's some sort of not necessarily a trap, but you do feel a strong sense of dread as your fingers begin to trace across the wood of this door. However, trying to resist that, you do feel like the door is not trapped mechanically, and it doesn't even appear to be locked. In fact, there doesn't appear to be a latch. It seems like those kind of doors that you just grab and pull, and it's really the weight of them and how they are hung that keep them closed. They're not really, there's no bolt to draw. You feel like you could, if you are a much larger and stronger person, just pull them open. So that's one of the things that happen. Another thing that happens is as you begin your investigation, a voice from behind all of you says, "Welcome. You have caused me great trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I regret that I was occupied and unable to deal with you earlier. However, you shall go no further." And as you look, Felnerith, no. Yeah, actually, if I'm actually only, yeah. So Felnerith and Luciano, Rigby, you see this man up here, and you recognize him. You saw him just a short time ago atop the temple of Ali Damara, riding a chimera.
Oh, shit.
So you recognize him.
Oh, shit. And this is a person.
Yes, appears to be a human. So what spell slot? What awfully complicated. Quickly, what is your spell save? What is your spell save DC?
I don't know where you're
for
going
things
with this.
Done on the staff. Question for.
Oh, well, okay.
Elena,
Muted.
Elena.
Muted. Muted.
You
Okay.
able to hear me? Oh.
I can hear you. It was kind of choppy there, but yeah. On the staff, it's a long list of stuff. I think it just uses my DC, which is 18.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your spell save DC is okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
ignore that. I sorry.
Yeah, it is. It's mine. So 18.
Okay.
So, I don't want to interrupt any kind of story stuff that's going on, but Rigby will, at the first action available he has, cast Hold Person on him.
Okay. Let's just jump into initiative.
Yes.
Okay.
Since I want to do something and you want to do the solution is
Oh, okay.
I'm going to jump into initiative.
Okay. Alrighty then. Well then, okay. Then never mind. Okay.
My
dang
initiative
it.
should be 16,
Dang it.
not 7.
Oh, dang it. Okay. All right.
Where's my turn?
There you go. I fixed it.
Up here.
Oh, I didn't add him. Here we go.
Core.
10.
Oh, I know why my initiative is not working the button, because there's no value for it.
Ah.
Oh, he's got to be tied to his token.
So that's okay. I can still roll it. You can still see it in the chat. It just doesn't come up in the turn order.
Just make sure that you add bonus, your dexterity bonus to that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Roll a proper initiative, sir.
Damn.
That'll do it.
I'll do that from now on. That's great. That's fantastic.
And
Can I do that? Can I? Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh.
23.
Seriously?
Ah.
Look.
Wow.
This is not going to go well.
I don't know. All right. That's everybody?
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Let's do
So,
this.
Felnerith, you sense the evil presence behind you first, and even as his threatening words drip from his lips, you feel ready to spring into action.
As he finishes his last sentence, Felnerith waves his hand at him and just says, "Go away."
Banishment. Oh, I hate this spell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do it. Do
Yeah,
it.
baby.
Okay, so
I was
I've
going to
gotta
do it. I'm glad you did it.
a charisma saving
on.
throw.
Fail.
D20.
Whammy.
plus
Bring the whammy.
Charisma save. How does that work?
You roll a saving throw. You roll a charisma saving throw and you fail.
How do I do that?
On your monster.
My
On your
spell
character
save-
I'm doing.
my spell.
Hold on.
so-
That was for my bad. That was for Helena. Trying to figure out how to
Felnorith.
make it work.
For the monster, you got to
Hold
use the
on.
monster stat.
Felnorith's spell save is an 18.
Gotcha. All right. Here we
I
go.
don't know who he is though. He might,
Bye-bye, Lucy.
I don't know. We'll see.
This is for him.
Get nervous.
See, that's what happens when you tell him your DC. You don't tell him. You just don't tell him.
It doesn't matter. He staggers back, and his eyes find Fel visible in the act of casting his spell. However, Helena is able to move quickly into place, and she says, "You are my fucking worst enemy, and I'm fucking gonna kill you."
Oh shit!
And pulls back her oath bow,
Oh.
declaring him her worst enemy. What? Why did that happen? There we go. Oath bow. Whew. An arrow thunks deeply into the shoulder of this man, and he hisses like a fire. Busk, your little self feels especially nimble, and you think you can get in on the action.
Yeah, but I also want to get away from this door. All right,
You are not suffering any ill effect.
No, it's bad
You
news.
don't like it.
Okay. I am going to then just use my turn to attack him and hope somebody gets closer soon. So I'm going to be throwing this right at him. Boop. Chuck in my magical dagger. And
You actually chuck them both.
All right. Oh,
Remember, you can use both of them as a single action.
that is pretty cool. I pressed the button, but it's not liking me. Afraid to do it again. Hold on.
Yeah, it's just, chat is it's roll 20 is just running really slow tonight.
Okay. I'm going to pop out the window again and just see if it's like that.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. Come on, baby. Come on. Everybody's waiting for you.
Come on, roll 20.
Come on. They're red, so there's someplace in there.
There we go.
They come through?
Oh, yes, they've come through.
It's like a
Whoa.
minute delay.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Again, you feel like finally you've gotten the hang of being in this form. It's so different being small, but your daggers arc through the air, true to their aim, both of them striking him.
Nice. So do some damage on that one and damage on that one. Nice. For 18 points of piercing damage.
Nice. All right, let me put that in there.
And then can I also move?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I don't like that door. At all.
All right, so you scurry behind the pillar where, if it matters...
Oh, shit.
That's not bad. Half cover's not a bad thing. Now, Rag.
Yes. I'm going to run forward in a frenzy because I don't like being challenged. And I'm going to run forward in my frenzy and attack him 3 times with my vorpals. And I believe I have advantage for being invisible.
Advantage for being invisible? You're not invisible when you run into attack.
I thought it was just magic attacks.
No.
No, all attacks.
Anything. Yeah.
That's
you
too
come
bad.
out.
But
That's too bad.
You do hit him 3 times.
1, and I think it's +2 on each of those damage rolls too.
Add that up for me. I don't do numbers.
All right, I'll do that. 1 second here.
I love that you have to have calculators for this.
Yeah,
Plus
it's crazy. It's crazy.
19 plus
You know, one thing Roll20 should do is keep running.
plus 13 plus 9 equals
What's your total, Josh?
59 damage.
Good Lord. Lord of mercy.
And I go back to where you came from.
So he staggers back, smearing blood from his face, from his chest, and he says, "No, I will send you to the abyss." And swirls his hands, and his form begins to bubble and swell. He starts to get hideously bigger. Big black wings open out from his back. He keeps getting bigger and bigger, impossibly larger, until standing in front of you is a gigantic black dragon.
Oh shit.
You guys are totally in its face, shoved aside as he just continues to swell and grow. But that is his action. And now, Rigby.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Man, you really changed up what I was going to do.
You guys do that to me all the time. All the dang time.
I had this whole thing. I was going to do this thing, and now I...
Do you have hold creature?
No. But
You have hold big old monster.
Well, okay, hold on. I might have hold big ol' ass monster. I might have it. It's in the repertoire of... So this would be considered a creature, would it not? This is considered a creature?
I would think so.
It's a creature. We're all going to really hope that it has really bad charisma. Oh, this is so horrible with Roll20 lag.
Oh, man.
I can tell you it had a +9 on that save.
But with the spell I just cast, I don't use stats anymore. I use the creature stats.
So, could be different stats. Okay, so, all right, I'm casting Banishment, and I'm doing that at...
One creature.
We're gonna cast Banishment, and I want to banish him to the 9 hells.
Mm.
Oh.
That's what I would like to do.
All right, banishment.
Oh, very nice.
Well, banishment as a spell does not allow you to pick the location.
Does it or does it not?
Does not.
Oh no, that's the gate spell.
Yep.
Yeah, it sends him to like a base, like a
harmless demiplane. So never mind. He doesn't go to the 9 hells, even though I really want him to.
Yeah, it's a great thing to shout. So
Sorry,
yeah,
Travis.
I was reading up on these earlier today. I get them mixed up.
Here he goes.
Ah!
Oh, I don't think that
that's so
saves.
good.
I don't think that saves.
What's your spell DC?
Ah, it's pretty high.
Probably an 18.
19. It doesn't
19.
save.
Nice.
Bye-bye. Peace.
I didn't even get to use my breath.
Later. Later.
Oh my gosh.
Pop,
So the spell resonates around him. The air reverberates, and he just starts. Can you see this? He just spirals down and down until he disappears through the crowd. Dag. I was gonna breath weapon you all. You're all in a line.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I turn around to everybody. Anybody know who that guy was?
We probably could have tried to talk to him a little bit.
He didn't look like the talkative type.
You guys, we
Michael
better
and
run
Danny?
because read the rest of the spell.
Yeah. Michael and Danny, there's a real habit in this group to instantly engage. I mean, everybody knows that.
Oh, we're murder hobos. We are murder hobos.
Never let NPCs monologue. They
I
never do.
resemble that, Mark.
We're murder hobos. It's not our fault.
I actively do not murder hobos, so
Thank you.
Maybe it'll balance out the crowd.
Danny does raise a good point. You've got a minute.
Yep. So we better figure this out because we don't have much time. Are we going through that door or not?
It's really bad through there, but
You said it's really bad, so what does that mean? Like
let's do it. You
more
open it.
farts?
I don't dread. I got scared.
Dread?
Oh,
Wait.
I got scared. I'm a
You
halfling.
said dread. You just said dread. You really greased over the word dread for a second there. Could you say it one more time?
I forgot. I'm a halfling. Everything's great. It's gonna be a new adventure. Let's go.
All right, so we have 27 seconds left. What are we going to do?
I'm
Go,
opening
open
the
it.
door.
Open it.
We just faced a dragon. Why not?
If you grab the door and pull on it, it swings pretty easily.
That's not too
And
hard.
on the other side of the door, there's just kind of an undulating blackness.
We don't have time to think about this. We need to move forward or we have to fight a dragon, so...
All right, I'll go.
Can I throw light in there?
Yeah, you could cast light. You gonna do that? It doesn't do anything.
Oh, that's bad.
That might
That's
be a
bad.
bad direction to go.
There's nothing in here except
It's,
blackness.
there's not really any. It doesn't appear that there's any material ahead of you to cast it on.
Okay.
just go.
Okay, I'm going. And
I'm gonna give you guys a 10, 9. Move your tokens where you want them. 8, 7, 6.
We're going through the door. I'm over there.
4, 3.
I'm over there. Hey, where's Nelly gone? Or where's Handon gone? Oh, God.
So you hear, "Rah!" and Nelly. Kidding. Yeah, she runs forward as well.
Phil North waits until everyone is through.
All
I
right.
can't go through.
They're all through. And you start to see behind you that spiraling motion out of the crack of the floor beginning to come back up.
He waits for it.
Well, now I gotta find the token again.
where did everybody go?
Oh, into barrier.
Move into the darkness.
I can
Now you
see.
can't get your token now.
Side. Come to the dark side.
All I see is darkness.
I attack the darkness.
I'm on the dark side of the room.
Darkness, my friend.
I'm going to.
I can't find the token. I just had it.
That's
He's
because
so
you
far
have
away.
27 layers, Shane. Like, if
Yeah,
you
it's
could
true.
only, like, have 40,000 layers, you might know that it's on layer 12.
All right, there he is.
As he pops back into existence while he's still disoriented.
He's still swirling. Are you able to see that? Because it's fun to me.
I can't see the swirling effect, but I do see a giant black dragon token.
We don't see the swirly, Shane.
Okay. He finally materializes around fashion, sees the black void of the open.
So as he finishes materializing, Felnorith waves his hand and says, Ta-ta, gorgeous, and steps backward through the black portal.
Fantastic. One sec.
So I'm sorry I made you hunt the token up for nothing.
No, it's great. It's worth it. I love it. I love it.
Zoom.
Then
You-
Shane, just go quiet.
Find yourselves on the map. You'll have to scroll around. You should be visible on the same map.
Yep, right here.
Oh, wait a minute. What?
So the room that you have just entered is very dark. The only sources of light, there's a
Ooh.
dim flicker way down the corridor. But this room is full of various sorts of fungus and mold and spores. Many of them are luminescent and give this room a very sickly glow. The ceiling is about 25 feet high, and it is covered with bulbous mushrooms, many of which glow purple and green. And in this room, you can see that several of these mushroom-like forms are actually mobile, sentient, humanoid almost, but definitely made out of fungus. And they're all staring at you, sort of looking back and forth. You've definitely caught them by surprise. They're all about human size.
Hi, guys.
Well,
Do you have any ale?
I think we found the cellar of the temple.
So
think
there
you could
should
smoke
be
them.
ale in the cellar.
So, at the
They
wiki
react?
repartee, the creature here begins to shuffle forward, lifting big fungal arms, and from down the hall you can hear, and the creature turns to look down the hall and kind of scoots back against the like creatures. None of them take action to come towards you.
That whole description, was that these groups of guys over here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, these little creature things.
Okay.
Are they really tall?
They are man-sized, so 5 to 6 feet tall mushroom creatures. It's obvious that they are made of the same sort of substance that lines the walls and ceiling and floors, but they are mobile.
Okay.
Might I suggest standing away from the hallway?
Okay.
Sure. Well, I mean, is this is good, right? This is good.
We've already fought one thing that threw fire at us.
Way to go, drive down the hallway.
I can check down the hallway if you want me
Go
to.
down.
I'm sure
So
the fungus will.
Rag,
The
stay
fungus
here. Let her
continues
go.
to sort of churn back and if a fungus can look nervous, they look nervous. And they continue to look down the hallway.
How big
you're
is this
saying-
space?
You're
Like
saying
ceiling
there's
wise?
fungus among us.
Not too tall, about 30 feet tall.
30
Horrible.
feet tall. Fungus among us.
Fungus everywhere. So, Bosk, you're going to try to move forward.
Yes.
All right,
Is
it
it-
gets a little darker as you go. It's just luminescent lighting your way. But with your vision, you can see that there's another chamber ahead that's just full of fungal growth. And you hear, from down the hall.
Well, I'm going to move ahead, sneaking as best as I can, and try and see if I can't scope out what that noise is.
All right, give me a roll.
All right.
In classic fashion, Rigby will be 10 feet behind her as she moves along.
Woo! Are you also sneaking, Rigby?
Nope. I can't sneak. Are you kidding me?
All right, you've got dark vision. So, It only takes a few steps down the hall to see a fairly big picture. It's certainly dim, but your halfling eyes can see keenly in the darkness. And you see that the room opens up into a very vast, high-vaulted chamber in which move many, many creatures. Your attention is drawn to the fact that there are a number of humanoid forms that wear armor and black capes, on the back of which there's a grinning skull. You also see a number of disgusting, sort of pustulent, man-sized, slightly smaller than man, who are obviously sycophantic in their attention that they're giving to what's going on here. There's a small altar upon which rests a skull. Many other mushroom-type creatures line this side of the room. Here, you see a form that is memorable to you. Remember meeting him at the day that you met the rest of your party at the Obsidian Citadel. It is, or appears to be, Hughes, the Old, the master of dread and awful presences. And he paces back and forth right here, facing the skull, waving his gnarled hand and incanting some sort of spell. More disturbing, perhaps, is the large creature that slides back and forth across the floor here. It's definitely a feminine shape, about 12 feet tall. It's curvaceous. It has a complicated head of hair. No, that's all fungus. She has a head of chunks of mushroom and spore sacs. And down her curved body, there are tendrils of fungus waving, spore sacs bursting, sliding spores down her sides to the ground. And she seems to be riding on a giant cap, almost as if it were the bell of a dress. You don't know what kind of legs, if any, are underneath there. And she also is waving horrifically long arms over the skull, and definitely at a lower volume than Hughes. You can hear her. And she, from her fingertips, produces a gem and places in one of the skull's eyes. That's what you see. Just a few things.
We're fucked.
Is this
so real quick here? I'm 10 feet
BT?
behind her, and I'm a dwarf, and I've got dark vision, so I see all that.
Yeah, you can.
How big is this area? What is the ceiling foot on this place?
This section, let me get
This big section.
This section is, so this is, like I said, 30. This drops down to 20. And this goes to 40. And this goes to 60.
60 foot height.
Yes. It's a huge chamber.
What do you see?
I'm gonna.
Bosk, you want to do this?
Yeah, let's do it. What are you going after?
Well, give me a second, because technically everybody.
Leroy Jenkins, no.
I'm itching for a fight. What do you
I love you guys. I'm sorry I have to do this. And wait forever, of course. I should have clicked this like 4 minutes ago.
Are you casting Disco Ball?
I am most definitely not casting Disco Ball. I'm casting not Disco Ball.
Alright.
And it should be showing up anytime soon, because I don't know why it's taking forever. It's driving me nuts.
Wow, this is intense.
Okay, I'm going to reload my page.
Wow.
This is really ridiculous. I'm so sorry. I wish.
A lot of tension, though. That's good.
Yeah, build up.
I know. I'm building it up. I'm building it up so great, and it's gonna be, Shane. You're gonna hate this when it shows up in chat. I swear to God.
Ah! I'm excited.
I'm all
I just want to
tingly.
smash some things.
Yeah, Roll20 is just going really slow. Like,
Wow.
Kind of
I'm
makes me feel better. It
reloading.
wasn't just me, though. I gotta say, it's making me happy.
Definitely not just you.
like, okay, come on, just work.
You know, this mushroom queen doesn't seem so bad.
Wow, this is
Listen, but we
intense.
can
Do you just
smoke
want to
it
like go
after.
off?
Oh, I'm getting
Yeah.
some. Oh no, I'm getting some weird errors. Syntax error, expected dash colons. Holy cow.
So what you're
Not
saying is
now,
you
roll 20, not now.
the spell was
Aw.
written poorly, is what you're saying.
Okay, so
Your
I'm
spell
going
just broke
to.
your system.
Oh gosh, are you kidding me? Roll20 with this right now?
He's so afraid of.
Okay, no, I can do this. I can still do this. I can still do this.
You want to like whisper to us what you want us to do, and we
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna take this. We're gonna rebuild it. I'm rebuilding it right now for you people right now.
glad you know what you're doing.
Oh, goodness.
You know, I
This
thought
is-
you were afraid of us.
This is so anticlimactic. I
It's-
can't believe.
well, you know,
So
it's
actually,
Do we want this to be the cliffhanger to lead into a break? Oh, there it is.
Something-
What exactly is it?
So,
Okay.
to
Can I have a
kick
spell
this
card
thing.
with that too?
Oh, we'll see if Roll20 will let me do such a thing. We'll give it a try.
Because now everything has to resist.
So here's the real cool thing about this is the whole 10-foot 10 cubes.
Uh-huh.
Everybody gets hit. I select an area
10-foot cubes.
10 foot.
Gotcha.
So basically everybody gets hit with this. All enemies get hit with this. This whole area.
All right. Dex saves out the wazoo.
Up the
A store made up of sheets of roaring flame appears in the
All
location
right.
you
So, all right. Give me a second. It's gonna take a second to
It's gonna take a second to do all that?
Dex saves. And
You want to take a break and then do dex saves and we can all come back
Yes,
with the
let's
results?
take a
Okay. Okay.
as our cast faces off against a demon queen and a demigod, yeah, let's take a little break.
I just
Rooms
unleash.
everywhere.
We'll be back. in 10
All right.
minutes.
Head over to private.
Jesus.
This is DM Shane with another bathroom break, bite-sized bit of Greyhawk lore. This time, let's talk about the game history of Greyhawk. Old folks like me grew up on it, but with so many new people joining D&D since 5th edition, it's crazy how many people don't even know it exists. But the fact is that the world of Greyhawk was the most significant setting of the game from 1972 until arguably 2008. Greyhawk started as just a castle, Castle Greyhawk. D&D creator Gary Gygax took 2 weeks to write up 50 pages of rules and design Castle Greyhawk, with the first level of a dungeon that lay beneath it. Two of his kids, Ernie and Elsie, were the first players as Tensor and Alyssa, and Tensor remains a significant NPC in our game today. The next session was played not only by his kids, but also his friends, Don Kay, Rob Kuntz, and Terry Kuntz. This was essentially the birth of Dungeons & Dragons as we know it. And about a month later, Gygax created the nearby city of Greyhawk because the players needed a place to sell their stuff and get some rest. By the time his Greyhawk home campaign ended in 1985, the castle dungeons encompassed more than 50 levels. And as players began to explore more of the world outside the castle and the city, Gygax developed other regions and cities for them to explore. With play sessions occurring 7 or more times a week with dozens of players, he didn't have time to create a map for this whole new world. He just drew his world over a map of North America. The city of Greyhawk was placed over Chicago. But even after starting TSR and launching D&D, Gygax had no plans to publish details of the Greyhawk world because he believed that new players would rather create their own worlds than use somebody else's. He was fortunately persuaded. Ditching his map of North America, he crafted a new planet called Oerth. Gygax jokingly pronounced it Oith, as if he were from Brooklyn, but I can't bring myself to do that. He concentrated his first efforts on one small corner of the world, on a very European-looking landmass called the Flanness, in the year CY 576. Darlene, a freelance artist in Lake Geneva, developed a now famous full-color map on a hex grid. And in 1983, TSR published an expanded box set of the campaign world, World of Greyhawk. I was 13, and this has been with me ever since. And I love Middle-earth and Westeros and lore-rich game worlds like Eberron and Forgotten Realms, but since I was 13, I've been living in Greyhawk. And that's why nearly 35 years later, I started this latest story here. After this box set, the next major expansion came in 1992 with a series of products around the Greyhawk Wars, a very Game of Thrones period in Flanness history that saw the entire continent embroiled in war, political intrigue, and assassinations. This is significant for our game in particular, which is set in the year 582, just before the start of the wars. Don't tell my players that. Then, in the late 90s, D&D was acquired by Wizards of the Coast, who promptly refreshed Greyhawk as their primary game world, moving the world's time clock forward to the year 591. And 2 years later, Wizards initiated Living Greyhawk, an organized play system somewhat similar to today's Adventurers League. And over the next 7 years, more than 1,000 adventures would be produced in the program, with tens of thousands of players playing in a synchronized Greyhawk world. And then in 2008, Wizards of the Coast stopped producing material for Greyhawk as a game world. But all the existing Greyhawk content is so good, Wizards keeps pulling it into their latest 5th edition material. The 5e DM's Guide lists the hand and eye of the demigod Lich Vecna as relics, and you'll certainly hear plenty about that in our game. The legendary Archmage Mordenkainen, who is hugely important in our story, can now be found lurking and lost in Barovia in the Curse of Strahd. And the new BBEG in Wizards' brand new release, Tomb of Annihilation, is Acererak, who is a demi-lich in Greyhawk, whose legendary home was the Tomb of Horrors, which Wizards re-released last year, along with several other adventures from Greyhawk in Tales from the Yawning Portal. All of which gives me some hope that the historic, lore-rich world of Greyhawk will soon enter another chapter, relaunched by Wizards of the Coast with fresh content as an official D&D game world. Again. But for now, that's another bathroom break, bite-sized bit of Greyhawk lore. Stick around, we'll be playing again in just a minute.
We are back. Welcome back to Return to Greyhawk as our party stands facing down absolutely legendary and in standard fashion rushes forward into battle. So you were, you had set up your spell and we're hoping now that it is going to work.
Well, I'm going to hope that a whole lot of folks don't get over a DC.
Okay.
We're going to hope this
again,
is the case.
Even if they meet the, even if they pass, they still take half damage.
Yeah, they still take damage. Everybody takes damage.
All right, so
Can't stop that.
7d10 on a failed save.
Oh.
all right, so I've got
We don't play.
1, 2, 3, 4 of these guys, and it's a dex, right?
Yeah.
Dex save. 1,
Yeah.
2,
Give me them deck saves. Nope.
4.
Nope. Okay.
And this guy, let's go. We've got 5 of them.
Nope.
Like it.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Ah.
Nope.
Enjoy while you can.
Oh, I love it.
All right.
I'm gonna eat it up while I can.
1, 2,
I'm gonna eat
3,
it up
4,
while I
5,
can.
6, 7, 8,
What
of 9 of these guys.
Right group to go
One,
in.
Hold on.
2,
This is gonna get better. Nope. Nope.
3, 4,
Okay.
5,
Nope. Nope.
6,
Nope.
7,
Nope.
8, 9. And for fun, let's just do this.
Nope. Okay.
Those last two were Hughes and the fungal woman. All right,
Fungal
so-
woman makes it, and only 2 of the others do. Everybody else takes full.
Okay, so what's half damage?
39 halved and then lower.
It's 7d10 half damage.
Well, it gives it
on
gives
the
a
successful save.
So the room explodes into flame.
is.
It absolutely blocks your view, and the sound utterly deafening. And it takes a moment for swirling flame to calm down. The blast, even in your direction, is viciously hot, and you want to draw back from it.
Half of that's going to be 18.
As everything settles down, you see standing in the room, now blocking your view of the small skull, the normal human-sized skull, which now has jewels in both of its eyes. You seem to have drawn the full attention of Hughes and whoever this monstrous feminine creature is. Everyone else is lying in a smoldering heap. And at this point, we may do a little monologuing, but we're going to go into initiative. So here we go.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. Now, quick question, Shane. Does the Citadel of Eight? Quick question, Shane. Does the Citadel of Eight have
Uh-oh, somebody just died. Sorry.
Travis.
Okay, so my Skype died on my.
Oh no.
So on Luciano, my Skype died. The streaming rig is fine. We should be broadcasting this.
Yeah,
broadcasting,
yeah.
but you're black.
And you're coming
Sorry,
back in.
yeah, no. When that happened, my Discord and my headphones went out, so I couldn't hear anybody, and it just went black.
Fantastic. Well, we all just rolled for initiative. Make
Oh.
sure everybody gets in.
Okay, all right. I will.
Shane.
I would do that.
Let's go, you're on
So we all wanted to do that, right? We all wanted to go into initiative.
I don't
That's
think
what
we
we.
did.
Didn't really,
Same
once
one.
you
That wasn't
attacked
a choice.
demigod and a demon queen,
Okay.
initiative was.
I was just, I was just making sure we were all
bit.
on the same page.
Do you think they'll still want to talk?
For future reference,
We're on
aim
the.
at the thing that they're worshiping.
Well, I got all of them. I mean, that counts, right? Like.
No. I mean, it was a very successful firestorm, but whatever they were worshiping or whatever they were praying to is still there.
Oh. Well, I mean.
So is this everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who is not in?
I'm not in. Give me a second.
Okay.
And while
got
he's
it.
doing that, quick question: what is the difference between quick?
You are cutting out. I could only.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please tell me it's good.
No, now you're muted, Danny.
You have a 3
Oh,
for
no.
initiative. That would be beautiful.
Shut up.
What is the difference
Oh
between
my
a quick?
god.
Yeah, you got your attack in. It's okay.
Oh.
All right.
You did your thing. You did your shit.
Surprisingly,
Oh man.
You took out everybody except the big ones.
I got a 2. I rolled a natural 2.
So, in an instant, Hughes is standing right there before.
Okay.
He is
Hey, guys.
smoking. His withered hair and tattered robe
Oh,
giving
shit.
off a foul, smoky reek.
Oh,
and
this
his
is not good.
Withered gray eyes are red with fury. And he says, I have known of your presence here. I made a mistake to tolerate it as long as I did. Now your intrusion ends.
So we're not invited to the
Waves
barbecue
his
party?
hand, and suddenly you all feel fixation in your stomach. You feel something now that you have felt before. Harken back to the Battle of Emerity Meadows, the moment when it turned against you, and you feel all slow down around. Let me do a quick spell card on that and make sure I'm doing it, because I want to give you guys every chance. Okay. So everything slows down, particularly gut-wrenching way. You sort of see almost fast motion this little guy turn, and then suddenly she is standing next to him. And at that point, he looks in your direction and
Fuck.
so now it is time for your room to explode in flame. Suddenly,
So,
wait.
in DC 0, that's so easy to make. I got this. I can do that.
DC. Let me look at hers.
Why couldn't I get into the room?
I don't know. I'm gonna go DC 0. And
It's
that's
24.
24? Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we got to roll what, a dex or a... What are we rolling?
I need to get the spell card. I don't know how to do it, so I'm just gonna read it to you.
Ooh, yikes.
Dex saves.
Dex.
From
Okay.
everybody, where did it go? Am I in that too?
That's a 24
Yes.
deck save?
Okay.
That's
And that's everybody?
It is a 24 dex save
That's not even
for
possible.
everyone.
Okay, hold on.
It's not impossible.
Evasion. You nimbly.
You
I
can
get an
use that to
extra
reduce
20.
the damage you.
Okay.
You have uncanny dodge? Maybe because if you can do that, you can just not take anything.
Oh yeah, right.
Tasha has advantage in all saving throws.
I have an
for magic,
advantage on dexterity
spells,
saving throws.
and effects.
Mm.
Not that it matters.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
All right, so all right, okay. Changer's sense.
I think we're in danger.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody, give me your.
Okay. All right. So no whammies. All right. I'm gonna use a luck. I'm going to spend. I'm gonna spend a luck. And I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm gonna try again.
Well, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna try again.
We don't know what number we're trying to beat, do we?
24 at least.
Oh.
Oh, fuck it.
24.
All right. I want to use a luck too then.
Okay.
Halfling. All right. Come on, Dex, baby. Fuck.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
All right. This is not gonna be well. This is not gonna be good. You're not gonna fucking.
I wish I could just use my strength check.
You rolled.
I have not. I was waiting for everything to die down.
Oh, man. I don't know that's gonna happen, but
Here we go.
I think everything's actually dying.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Yeah, everything dies down. So it looks like basically the entire sea evaporates in these gigantic balls of flaming stone raining down upon you, and the span is it takes everything. Yeah, it covers all that stuff. So essentially everybody in that area takes the full damage. There you go.
Can I use my reaction for an uncanny dodge to take half of it?
And
is it uncanny dodge that does that?
It's when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to half the attack's damage against you.
You can do that.
Okay.
Everybody, unless you've got a good reason, 80 fire damage.
I have resistance to bludgeoning.
There you go. So what does that make it for you? Resistant. Is that halved?
I hope so.
DMs, help me.
What were the damage numbers again, Shane?
83 and 67. So whatever that is together
is half.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just looked it up too. Thank you, fellow DM.
Yes.
So you would take half of the damage.
All right. 116.5.
So that
This is gonna suck.
I'm sorry. It sounded anticlimactic. It's because the music has stopped.
Yeah. That's okay. That's
dun 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 dun.
7.
There we go. So that.
Woohoo! Oh my goodness! This is. I feel like I'm on fire. Is this where the stones come in?
Okay. And I can't.
So that's 150 damage.
150.
Yeah, 150 exactly on the dot. 150 damage total.
Moly.
So
okay,
I'm going to do a thing. Hold on, there's a oh, can I do that?
That is his turn.
Okay,
Asha puts her hand up on her forehead and sighs and falls down.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, goodness.
Is she dead?
Yep.
Oh.
So, real quick, she's got to roll a dex save. That should be in there. The Wrath of the Storm. For hitting me.
Can't hear you, Travis.
Yeah, you're real low.
Okay, can you hear me now?
And you're echoey.
And then, oh, I had to restart Skype. Hold on. Sorry.
All right.
Okay, is that better?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that sounds great.
That was my.
Go
But
north.
because of the reaction, she hit me with an attack.
It says within 5 feet of you.
Ah, dang it!
Oh, stinking rules! You serious?
Go north. Is this where we use the stones to get back out?
Right. Well then. Is there anything else in my
So
repertoire
resigned.
that I can do?
Who has collapsed, by the way? The girl in
Me.
the front?
Just one person. Although Helena is really, really. But
Okay.
Michael, it's your turn.
Felnorith will scramble backward. Come on, just okay. Hold on, let me take it off the ruler. That'll probably help.
Yeah, man, isn't that crazy?
We'll
So
move
many little
backward here.
tools.
I know, right? So silly. And he is going to cast. Oh god, he can't cast that right now. Shit. So is she dead, or is she?
No, she
Unconscious.
is. Yes. It would take a lot of you to actually die with a single attack.
I'm going to cast Healing Word on her.
Okay.
Let's see. Does spellcasting allow? Okay. Trying to see if that's the best. No, wait. I think I might just Cure Wounds is probably better at this point. Yeah, Cure Wounds is better. So we'll do a Cure Wounds on Tasha.
Fantastic.
We're gonna cast that because we're not goofing around.
The time for goofing is behind.
Yeah.
Is that a touch wound? Are you going to run up and touch her?
Yeah, I'm standing right.
He's
I'm
next to me.
literally on
You are, yeah.
on the ground by her with my hair on fire.
So it's
Seriously,
not her?
only 8?
It's not her?
No,
Just
that's
8?
that's Bosk.
That's Bosk. That
Ah.
doesn't seem right.
That's not right. It can't be right. Like, what level did you cast that at?
1d4.
5.
It doesn't seem to have multiplied. There's no 5 in that
It's
multiple.
1d8 plus 4.
So you multiply that by 5.
Oh no, he's just got 4, 5. Damn.
Right? Like if you mouse over it, he just got the normal spell cast, but he
So
wants to
it's
cast
40.
it at 5th level. Right?
So it's 40.
Oh no, you're.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it somehow didn't apply your higher level.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm looking at the
that's
spell
40.
right now, and it doesn't look like it added properly. So.
No, it did not. It did not. So that's 40 for you, Tasha.
All right.
Yay.
You're not done yet, girl.
Thank you.
Anything else you would like to do?
And you said, Helena's also injured pretty badly.
Yes.
Uh,
And I don't know about the others.
well, these are the people like within my reach.
Right.
So is it one spell per turn, or I moved? I cast
Yeah.
a spell. Okay, yeah, then
Yeah.
I can't. I will step in front of the two of them to finish my move.
Okay.
'Cause I didn't move 30 feet, so
Right.
I'll step
You
in
get
front
multiple attacks. That's melee attacks, and it still only counts as one action. And so
Okay.
spells that take an action, that's what you get.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll step in front of the companions here to try and provide them with some kind of guard while they're getting their shit together.
How?
Fuck.
How bad does
I am.
Oh no, my bad. Drag.
how
Sorry.
bad does and the
What are you saying?
how
How
bad
bad
does
does
it
what?
look?
Do who look? Your friends?
Us and the Mushroom Queen.
They don't appear to be particularly determined.
They don't look hurt.
She didn't. She made her save. She didn't.
They're not, and also you don't know what.
Okay,
I mean, there are demigods, demons.
I'm going to shout
His
out.
hair was burnt and his robes were tattered with flame, but I mean that he didn't look injured per se.
He looked mad.
Yeah.
I may not be the smartest one in the group, but I think we got the information we need. Let's get the hell out of here. I'm not going to take another hit like that. And in my frenzy, I reach back and pull out my stone in my left hand.
Smartest thing you said ever.
It is the left hand, right? Worth the risk.
We'll paint it on
is.
you.
So
The left.
I think it's not working. I think we have to do it all together. Are you coming?
Phil North yells out, "Stones! Everybody, stones!"
Let's get stoned.
I
If
told
I-
you to smoke these mushrooms 3 turns ago.
If I wanted to be mean, we would do this in turn order, but like everybody would do that as their action, and what the last of you did, then it would activate. But I think I set that up foolishly. I'm going to let you whip them out and squeeze them if you would so desire.
I'm squeezing mine in a
Okay,
very
so just to make
Yes.
sure this is what we're doing, like, we're doing this.
Tasha's all about this.
Squeezing it.
Okay.
I'm already
alright.
squeezing mine as hard as I can.
Fucking squeezing the
Yeah.
stones. I'm squeezing
So, as one body, all of stones, and squeeze your rocks. And
They get off.
you hear behind you, you see this vile creature as your vision of the world wavered. You see her arms extend in weird
Oh, this is
sprouts of fungus blowing out in multiple fronds, and you hear. That's the last thing that you hear or see. And then ever.
Rocks fall, the
Then-
party dies.
The next thing that you feel is the smack of stone against your bodies. You hear voices all around you, worried, angry voices, frightened voices, wounded voices. Slowly your vision begins to clear, and you are on the other side of a teleportation circle. You are no longer in the Temple of Elemental Evil, nor are you in Mordenkainen's study.
What?
You are in. You have apparently completed your teleportation journey. All of this happening to you on your way, and you can see by the markings of the chamber of what is another temple of Ali Damara. This time, it's actually the sanctuary with a circle of teleportation set up behind the altar itself. And rushing around the room are acolytes. They're trying to move documents through the teleportation circle. Just off to the side, you see your magic carpet covered in your precious dragon meats. And you are all there, lying in a pile, gasping and heaving. You feel the presence mentally of other people leave your mind completely.
Guys, I had the
And-
craziest dream.
Then there is Marilyn and Luciano lying on the to each other, and the entire party is there. Chaos all around.
So,
We are a theater of the mind at this point.
we're back to us. We're back to.
Yes.
We are back to us. We are who we are. And guys,
You are who you are.
wow. That was one. What are the side effects for teleportation?
Not that.
Yeah.
What,
not
you
so
felt
only
it too?
that.
Did you have a dream? I felt like I was in somebody else's body, Rag's body again.
That's not cool, man. That's. Where's my?
But Rag was doing really well though. I think he was gonna win the fight.
Yeah, that.
So, Michael, I think I can let you play. I mean, I wouldn't do this like long term. Night, you can be. Oh God, so many character names going on now.
He can be Nilly.
Derek's
Let him be
character.
Nilly.
Ballberg.
Ballberg.
Bellberg, yes. And you can continue to be Marilyn, Danny.
Good.
And Sarah, all of you are laying basic behind you through the teleportation circle. people are continuing to pop through, many of them carrying documents or relics.
So you mean to say
that sort of thing through the teleportation circle?
Hold on, you mean to say that in the blink, that's what we experienced that in the blink?
I don't
walking through that teleportation circle and coming out the other end.
It sure seems like you're entering. I mean, everyone.
I'm looking pretty dazed
Yeah,
and breathing heavily. I'm like, did anybody else see us?
Yeah, I just look at everybody around me to see if I see acknowledge.
Shane, did Merilith actually have that experience or no?
No. Sorry, she did not. And so Nilly sits bolt upright and just slaps her hands. Oh, Nilly's not with you. God, this is so complicated.
Oh shit! She's off somewhere and woke up.
Nilly's in
this way.
Celine. Nilly's off in Celine saying fuck.
Yeah. Oh, this is so fucked up right now. So where we're sitting at right now, we're back at like what, caravan?
Oh no, you are in a
Where are
temple
we?
of Polydemon.
Greyhawk.
And
Well, we came out on the other side of that portal, so where are we?
the portal was set up to take you to Greyhawk. And from behind you in the portal, there are still acolytes coming out. You can see smoke wafting through, and they're coming out with documents, tomes,
And we're in a smaller temple of all the.
It is a smaller temple, and you're in the cathedral. I mean, you're in the sanctuary part of it.
So, I mean, immediately I'm going to go and try if I can.
You're cutting out a lot.
I was saying I was going to try and see if I can find. In the.
I think you said try to find a priest.
Can you not hear me?
I'm right
Can you hear me now?
You're cutting out a lot.
How about now? Am I cutting out at all?
No, not at all.
Okay. That's weird. But I was saying that I'm going to seek out authority, like the highest priest or acolyte in the temple.
So in the center of the room, there is a very dark brown-skinned woman, and she's barking order, and people are running up to her frantically. It's obvious that she is in charge here. And Merilith, you know who this is. This is the high priestess of the Greyhawk Temple, and her name is Jubal. Not Jubal. Jubal. Jubul.
Like Jubilee.
Jubal, we've been under attack.
She rushes up to you, like grasps you at the shoulder with both hands, just like looking you over, and then clasps you hard, and then steps back and says, "Please forgive me, my lady. I'm just so glad that you made it through. I've heard from those who preceded you that the whole city has fallen."
It's true, there's nothing we could do to save it. Oh, they did try. They've got me here safely. What is happening?
I'm just trying to take as many people as I can through the portal. Nothing is happening here in Greyhawk.
Nothing. No, not any of the tragedy that has befallen. Nothing like that at all around here. No whispers of the wind. No nothing.
It is peace. There's not so much as a rumor that I.
Can you get a message to the? Can you get a message to the local council?
We have already sent emissaries to the mayor.
I just kind of look at Merilith and I look at everybody, and I'm just kind of like.
Jubal, I've not properly introduced you to my betrothed pair, Luciano.
I think there's pressing matters at this time.
Yeah, my lady, it is a delight to have good news at a time of dread portents such as this. And she snaps and there is wine close at hand. Even as all of the running around is going on, you're all a temple of Ali Damara. And she says, let me drink one drink to your health and to your future together. And she just goes, woof. Now, if you will excuse me, I'm going to go and see to the refugees.
Fallberg looks back at Elisa and just mouths the word betrothed.
It's a waste of time. When did this happen?
And Meredith is just smiling.
Okay. So, in the time we went to the portal, we went back in time, and you also got married.
Merrick is still wrestling with the mental implications of what he's gone through.
I'm not stepping through another transport again. I'm done with that. I'll go on foot.
Luciano, we still need to talk with the group.
Oh, shit.
And at that, you hear kind of a ruckus behind you. As you've stepped away from the teleportation circle, there's kind of a gasp, some curses, and then just kind of silence. I assume you would turn in the direction of that.
There's a loop going on.
Yeah.
Who has the loop?
Yeah, who's the loop?
Check your Skypes. Check your Twitch.
Check your Skypes.
Skype is
I
muted.
wonder if
I'm not seeing anything in Discord that's looping.
Hello?
Hello?
No,
Hello?
not me.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh my god. That come out of nowhere.
I think it's
Okay,
you,
how about now?
Travis.
It's when I turn on the music. So if I turn it off again, everybody talk?
Yeah.
Hi.
My
Hey.
God.
Hello?
It
Oh.
worked like this, what I was telling you. It worked hours, and now it's not working anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's we're having audio tech
Oh,
issues that are
unbelievable.
so awesome. They're so
But as we are running out of time, you turn behind you, and you see that the teleportation circle linking Greyhawk to the Temple of Already Tomorrow is inactive.
great. Oh shit. Inactive?
It has closed.
And
And
the runestones are
a number of people standing around it cry out as they were expecting someone just behind, coming through. Others embrace one another as they recognize that is the end of the connection between these temples, and there will not be any reaching that temple again.
fuck.
All right, so
That's not cool. That's so not cool.
we made it to Greyhawk.
So like the rune
Right.
stones for the teleportation circle, like the rune stones themselves kind of grayed out and just
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah. Again, the way a teleportation circle
The door's closed.
is linking patterns on either side, and either side deactivates and it shuts off.
yeah. So it's just
Yeah.
oh, that's good.
There's nothing we can do for them now.
Oh.
That's not a bad impression, Michael.
Oh. Shit. Yeah. I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the urgency definitely falls in the room. Takes a turn from fear and franticness towards somber silence and mourning. But people continue to mill about, taking the objects that were recovered, taking the people that have come through, and all of those objects are being ushered in out of the sanctuary.
God damn it. Not even-
All right.
It's a sad day.
So
There is no time to mourn. Gather our things and let us move.
I agree. We have to find Nilly.
Yes.
hold on. Which oh Jesus. Which one of us here are adept at
the politic.
Well, you know I'm quite well at that, darling.
All right.
You talking about deception?
No, I'm going for it out of character. I'm going for charisma. Anybody who's got high charisma, who's got high charisma for real?
I feel like I do.
I gotta check her. I'm pretty sure she is. Wicked high charisma.
I don't know that Fallberg does, but I'm pretty sure.
I know he doesn't. No, he doesn't. That Jack with charisma, man.
Core, hold on. Almost there.
Your
We're missing
highest
the person.
charisma player out of the party at this point.
Really? Me? No, that can't be right. That can't be right at all.
I got a
No.
19
He's
over
right.
here.
You have a 19, so you're the talker.
Meredith.
Okay, you are
Uh-oh.
the talker.
What am I talking about, darling?
We need to see council as soon as possible. We need to use whatever favor or whatever position of stature. We need to go see council immediately.
Shouldn't it be a problem?
So, if you could make that happen.
I'll be right back.
You would, just from having been the high priestess, the main temple has not been in Greyhawk, but you preside over the order as a whole in all of the Flemest. And so you've been to the city center, you've met the mayor, would definitely have access to whoever you would want to talk to.
And I can talk to anybody in this city, as you will too once you take your position next to me. But come, let us go. You will walk beside me, and you will speak with me and learn the ways.
Oh, Jesus.
And I do have to remind you, you have full of raw meat sitting just about 10 feet away.
No way. We have the fucking cart?
You sent it through first.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We have the rug. Okay, never mind. All right. Jesus Christ, we have the rug.
Carpet full of meat.
Oh my God, carpet full of meat. I can't believe that we're back to that right now.
Wow.
That we're back. After all that, we're in a carpet full of meat. Okay.
One beefy carpet.
That is the name of an upcoming porn.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, my dear friends, it is not quite midnight, but we are definitely at a stopping place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, anything that you do from here opens up kind of a new chapter, either small or large, depending on how you do it. And I apologize, I gave the wrong name to this episode because we didn't get that far. There are a number of events that we get to, one of them being the introduction of Michael and characters. So the hour that we lost is the hour that we needed.
We vamped out of there. We said nope.
It was a very, it would definitely be a very eventful final hour. I'm just going to do now because we're actually not going to have Danny for the next 2 episodes.
Oh no.
That's the
Possibly.
boo sauce.
So Michael and I are both at a catacon next week in Ohio.
That's next week.
And then I'm going to PAX Unplugged the next weekend, but I may be back in time. Try my damnedest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they obviously had some commitments that were
Had
obviously
stuff going on.
long-standing before we invited them to join our group.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and fortunately and unfortunately, the particular con that we're going to next weekend is the con that my network is put together. So
So you're kind of like
I have to be
You
there.
gotta.
you're like knee deep in it.
Our show is actually doing like a Q&A panel on Friday night.
you got a panel, dude. You got a panel.
Yeah,
That's
Got
pretty awesome.
responsibilities.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I will. Maybe we should just broadcast live at that, and you guys are like up on stage, and the rest of us are just kind of twitched in. We're Skyped in and twitched in, and
We'll do an
introduction of your 2
impromptu
characters.
live show.
Yeah,
Gosh.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure it can't be that hard.
But you know, if
Sure.
Bree is
Can't
back,
be that hard.
so question though, if Bree is back next week, you guys can definitely fill out Bree's storyline. Somebody can play the part of Grandpa.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And work with that. And then the next Sunday, pop. The next Sunday, if everything works out okay, I'll be available that Sunday, and Danny may be able to make it back in time so we can maybe pick back up with the full story then.
Yeah.
We'll play it by ear then. We'll just, we'll see what happens. I mean, you might go to a con and come down with Walking Pneumonia Part 2.
No, I'm really good about it. Well, yeah, Danny's the person we got to worry about now.
It's been a rough road.
I can definitely stitch story together next week. Engaging. So
cool.
I regret that we didn't get where I thought we would tonight, but that doesn't mean next week or the week after will be any weaker.
It's just our magical powers to take the story exactly where you didn't have it prepared.
Yes.
Like a missile, like a torpedo. We just do it every time. It's just like,
absolutely.
We'll park the bus right here. It seems like a good spot to park the bus.
It gives Danny and I an extra week at least to work on our back-end character stuff with Shane too. So
yeah, no, that's cool stuff. I'm excited
it's really cool.
How that's going to come about.
I like the fact that none of you know what it's going to be, and it's kind of like beginning over again. Remember what it was like at the Citadel when nobody really
when we were just like
each
standing around
other's
the round
characters.
tables, and I went back and listened to my backstory. I totally went to the wrong fucking table. Totally went to the wrong fucking table. You told me the backstory, which fucking table to go to, and I did not go to the right table at all. And I ended up trying to talk to these people that I can't roll any kind of charisma or wisdom or nothing to save my life. It was ridiculous.
Nice.
Well, love you guys. Fun night, funny night.
Yay!
So right on.
Great night.
We will work out those audio stuffs. We'll work out some of that audio stuff. We gotta figure that thing out.
We will meet again later.
Yes. We will meet again.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish I don't think I will ever be a voice.
You completely cut out there.
Everybody cut out. Just perfect example of what we got to work on, Shane. Everybody cut out and nothing was going. And we got to figure that out. We got to figure that out, buddy.
Well, go to bed, people.
Okay.
All my Eastern time people.
It won't be bedtime for me.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
packing over.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Everybody have a great night.
Good night.
Night.
See you next time.
Good night. Till next week.
Bye.
Have fun.